at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Trucks over him and bulldozing his way through. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From midfield now, here's Wilson, buying time to his left. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one, 36 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Jacobs. Now the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early. because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Carson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Here's Carson. Oh, he pulls over him. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here's big. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Carson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 65 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble. A nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Carlos Basham. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And taken right at the 35. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson forced out to his left.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And down he'll go at the 25. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
Taking it about the 16.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Carson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. Steps away to his left. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They run for it with Carson. He stiff arms him, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Carson, an 18-yard touchdown run, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13, and he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 130 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st down, Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And this will go to Carson out wide. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Carson. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game?